Thanks, man. 72? Dude, this thing does over 60 miles an hour, and I'm gonna show you 5 things that I've added. First thing I like about this bike are these swing arm extensions. It moves everything backwards about 4 inches, so you can fit larger wheels and tires, everything on there. And it also gives you more stability. It's freaking awesome. All right, so after I got abruptly cut off. So like I was saying, they moved the wheel back about 4 inches, which gives you a lot more space to put larger wheels and tires on there. Didn't really need it for what I've got on here, but the extra stability of having the extended swing arm is actually a plus. Notice that it's got these little adjustable screws here. That means that you can apply the correct tension onto your chain here, so it doesn't eat up your sprockets and it doesn't have too much tension. It'll be perfect. Upgrade number 2, front forks right here. They are amazing. 100% you cannot build a modded razor without putting suspension on it. It just doesn't work. Once you start adding power to it, the bike just feels like absolute garbage. So front forks from Amazon, $99. These are from Ride or Die. I'll post a link to them in the description. You kind of have to add both of these to kind of get the front suspension set up, but the rear is a different story. This DNM Shock you can purchase just directly from Amazon. It's a perfect fit and it feels really great. 100%, like I said, it's an amazing upgrade in comparison to the stock suspension. This one's actually hydraulic. The other one is all spring-loaded that comes from the factory, so it's a piece of garbage. It's never meant to go 60. It's only meant for a children's toy, so 100% upgrade your suspension. Number 3, which is pretty much mandatory, you got to get new wheels. The stock wheels don't cut it. These are RSF 650 wheels. These are Razor branded, just from a different bike. These things stay true all the time. You don't have to mess with anything, so that's less maintenance. That's a win for me. And they're bigger. The tires are nicer, at least in my opinion. They're easier to upgrade because they're a little bit different tire size than what the other ones come with. Look at those beauties in the sun. Look at that. That little finish, even when they're dirty, they look so nice. It's definitely an upgrade. It feels like a more premium look instead of having spokes that you have to adjust all the time. And when you're putting some power down, especially with like this bike's putting out 7 kilowatts, you definitely want something that'll handle it. Number 4, this is for if you want to be seen and you need to be heard. This little button right here controls my lights for the front here, and also the lights here for the rear, so you can be visibly seen at night. It's also a requirement on all e-bikes in Florida to have lights. Not only e-bikes, you have to have a bike light on your pedal bike or else you'll get stopped by the police. Ask me how I know. We've got this little green button here, and this operates a little horn that I've installed right here on the front. So this thing is loud. People can definitely hear you. It's almost like a little moped or maybe a small car horn. We're gonna take this thing out on the road and I'll let you hear what it sounds like, even when you're on the bike, with all the wind noise and everything. Back there, it's a 12-volt battery. It powers the lights and the horn. Super cheap, just to stay safe. It's a nice addition to any bike if you're gonna be riding these on the road or pretty much anywhere, just to be safe. We're on the road now. I'm gonna speed up a little bit and I'll hit the horn, and you guys will be able to tell just how loud this thing is. So what are we going right now? Maybe 10, 12? If no one sees you or hears you after hitting that horn, you have to be Helen Keller to not hear that. Wait, is that not? Whoa, whoa, whoa! What the? Man, I don't think the horn works. Of course, you know, I had to save the best for last. Number 5 is the Socian FW11 motor. This thing is a beast. I've put this thing through hundreds of miles of just beating and tearing on it, and it hasn't skipped a beat. It fits perfectly inside the Razor. You can see it just bolts right up. Look at that. It's almost like it was meant for this bike. Besides the perfect fitment, this thing can output 7 kilowatts of power with the 72-volt battery that I'm using, but it has a maximum of 15 kilowatts. I've seen people getting this bike up not this specific bike, but this motor up to 80 miles an hour, which is absolutely insane. I don't think I ever want to do something like that on a bike like this, but that just means that I'm barely even pushing this thing to its limits. And with the availability and pricing of this thing, it's a no-brainer. If you ever need to upgrade, you can just keep this same motor and get a new battery with higher amperage and call it a day.